Hey y'all, come on in the kitchen because I am fixing to mix up a wonderful drink. And this can be for the adults or the children. Because if you want like vodka in yours, then you would add it to your glass, not the whole pitcher. Unless you know you're serving all adults. All right, so we got our watermelon. And let's talk about how you select a watermelon. The first thing you want to look at, people go up and thump them, but see, now that sounds hollow right there, doesn't it? The first thing you want to look at is the side of the watermelon that's actually sitting on the ground. And you can see what a pretty, almost yellow color that has. The creamier yellow that the base of your watermelon has, that's going to let you know, that's going to let you know if it's ripe or not. So where it's sat on the ground, if it's a nice creamy yellow, then it's ripe. And the next step you can do is just thump down here, and if it sounds hollow, that means it's ripe as well. So Teresa actually started cutting on this watermelon. So I'm gonna share with y'all how to actually cut a watermelon, but I'm not gonna be able to do it completely starting like this. Typically the way you would slice a watermelon is to cut the end of it off. So your watermelon, excuse me, get out of there, frogs. You would cut this off and give yourself a flat place to sit. So we're going to pretend like that's what we've done. And you have to have a very sharp knife, which I do not. I do not have a sharp knife. I've got to take all my knives to be sharpened. You just want to come down with a sharp knife. This is a little safer, y'all, than going like this with a knife and possibly slip and hurt yourself. So we're just gonna get that skin off. And if you like pickles, I used to make watermelon rind pickles, just using this beautiful rind, not using the actual fruit, and they are very, very good. All right, so here we go. We're getting at it. We're getting at this watermelon. Okay. And I've got a recipe for a watermelon salad that is so delicious. All right, I'm gonna try to stand this up and cut that end off. So here we go. We're just gonna finish cleaning that up. And y'all ever make watermelon baskets to hold your fruit? I've done that before. And that can be a fun project. But before I go today, I want to just quickly read off my watermelon salad recipe for you because it is delicious. So refreshing. All right, I just want to get all that white part, the pith, off. So we're just gonna cut it into chunks just like this, about 1 inch apart. There we go. So simple and so easy, as long as you have a sharp knife. So I'm going in the other direction, like I said, about 1 inch apart. Because I like the spears. And if I'm feeding my grandchildren, this works out real good for them. Real easy for them to hold. I didn't know this, y'all. I call myself going on a diet. So I said, I'm just eating watermelon for dinner. And I would fix me a great big bowl. I would get my salt shaker. And then one day I was looking up carbs and calories. Well, lo and behold, this diet that I was on by eating watermelon at night, it is full of carbohydrates, y'all. Absolutely full. It's straight sugar. So, if you're a diabetic, you'll need to enjoy this in measured amounts. But it's so good. And they only last so long. The season is just so long. So, they'll be gone anyway real soon, right? So, we have to eat them while we got them. All right, so the drink I'm going to share with y'all today is a simple syrup. It's like a cup of water, 2/3 a cup of sugar, and you just heat that until the sugar is dissolved real well, and it'll begin to thicken up a little. You can see it's just got a slight thickness to it. And I have a tablespoon of lemon juice. So I'm going to put that in the blender. And the simple syrup. That smells good. And now we're going to put our watermelon. And depending on how fruity you want it, I'm going to put a good bit. And now we're going to add the ice. So it's kind of going to be like a slushy, y'all. All right. This is not my blender, it's my son's blender, so let me see if I can. Whoa.
It works.
Yes, I knew Bobby would have a good mixer because a good blender. Because they, especially Cloud, she makes a lot of smoothies. And in order to do that, you have to have a good blender. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, I don't want to put too much ice because I want it to be sweet. Alright, I'm going to taste it now and see if it needs a little bit more fruit. Oh my gosh, looks like a margarita kind of. I think it's the perfect amount of watermelon. So I'm just gonna pour me up a glass. And for those of you who want a cocktail, all you have to do is add your vodka to your glass and go find you a rocking chair and have a seat and sip on this wonderful watermelon cooler. But before I go, I want to, this is so good. I know y'all want me to get out the vodka for y'all, don't you? Right? Right, you too?
I like it just like that.
You like it like this?
Yes.
So delicious. Okay, y'all, before we go, I want to, I got a back freeze. I was drinking this so fast. Oh, most people get a brain freeze. I get a back freeze. But it's so good. So since we've got the watermelon, I would love for y'all to try this salad because it's so good. And it's different from a drink or just eating a bowl of cut watermelon. So here you go. You need a half of a small watermelon, which is about maybe a 5-pound watermelon. 1 medium Vidalia onion. And if you can't find Vidalia, use like a Texas sweet, but just make sure it's a sweet onion. 1/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar, salt and freshly ground black pepper, 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh mint, and 4 ounces of feta cheese crumbled. That's it, y'all. That is it. So you just cut the flesh from the melon into bite-sized pieces and peel and slice your onions into thin rings. And in a bowl, combine the vinegar, a large pinch of salt, and a few liberal grindings of pepper, and just whisk until your salt is dissolved. And then slowly whisk in your oil. And toss that over your cubed watermelon and garnish it with some fresh mint sprigs, and it is delicious. So no matter how you want to enjoy your watermelon, just make sure you pick out a good one to start with. The number one rule, ways to pick you out a fresh watermelon, a ripe watermelon. Love and best dishes, y'all. Go get the vodka for Eddie, Teresa. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.